Howdy everyone, we're back to the 2023 Imperium Cup. For Dune Imperium, with the Rise of Ix and Immortality expansions, I'm hosting and commentator the BlackShadow, and today we're having a look at more of the group action, and this is the first final game for a group that I have covered so far in this tournament. We are looking at the final game for Group P, and here's a look at the group standings here. So you can see this game will be played between Fenderico, Valen, S. Jackie, and Morsu. So a quick reminder of how this all works here. Top 6 of all groups make their way through to the knockouts in some form. There is the big quarterfinals, which the top 2 go to, but there are 2 preliminary knockout rounds before that, hence the silver and bronze bracketing. Greedy Gorilla is going to top the table with his 3 wins from 4. He is unassailable, but beyond that, Kirby in second position is looking pretty good there, but is not safe. Fenderico, if they can win this match and get enough of a point swing, can surpass Kirby. It is not outside the realms of possibility that they can do so as well. It doesn't have to be a big win either. Just a win of like a point or 2 here and there can mean they can get themselves into the quarterfinal. Not likely, but definitely possible. However, what is probably more relevant is the fight for 5th and 6th place. Due to the fact that a lot of the points in this group have gone very top-heavy, it means that while there are a couple of fastest lose out the groups, i.e. Some of the best scoring 7th places between all the groups will go through, I think it's like 4 or 5 out of 19 or 20 or something like that. It's probably not going to happen here due to the way the cutoff is. And again, all the points are at the top of the table. It's not been very evenly spread out. So the odds are, I think, for this group, if you're not in the top 6, you are out of this competition, which means that Valen finds themselves right on the borderline. Only 7 points from 3 games. Not been a great campaign for them, truth be told. It has been difficult going and is in trouble. As Jackie is right behind them, and even Morsu as well. Morsu has an easy situation. They must win this game to have any chance of getting through to the next round, although they will still need Valen to come last and S. Jackie to come third. Again, not likely, but all they can do is write with their own game and hope it all kind of works out. Cameron West will definitely be hoping that Valen does not win, as they will be knocked out of the second knockout round and have to go through an additional round of qualifying to get through to the quarterfinals. Fenderico, as well, is not safe by any stretch of the imagination. If S. Jackie was to win and Valen comes second, Fenderico would find themselves in the fastest loser spot. And at 9 points, though with the win in hand, still not likely to find their way through. An unlikely result again, but we'll see how it goes. So the main fight really is between Valen and Ash Jackie for the 6th position, but there are some outside chances for other kinds of chaos. Captain West will definitely be hoping that Valen does not make it through as the winner, as it will knock them out of second knockouts and they'll have to go for an additional round of qualification. Fenderico, as I say, is pretty much safe of qualifying. Even if S. Jackie was to win and Valen was to come second, Valen's poor average points rating means, and the fact that Fenderico also has a win in the back pocket as well, means that he is pretty much guaranteed 6th position regardless. So nothing to lose, but playing a game potentially. It's all about between Valen and S. Jackie here in the scrap for 6th place and to qualify through to the next round. That is where a lot of the focus of this game will be. Alright, so we're getting ourselves ready for the match here. Valen finds himself in the first spot, which means Fenderico is going to pick first. Valen and Jackie are opposite each other, which is, probably fair. Remember a situation in the GPIs or something kind of similar, but we had the players next to each other, and there was a bit of targeting. It's the way it goes sometimes. So here we go then. Let's have a look at the opening rows and text, and there is a lot happening here. My God. Okay, where do we start here? Let's go for the Talaxial row. Stitched Horror, possibly one of the best cards in the entire game, opening row. It is not uncommon to see people go still suit reset station to try and get that immediately, even giving up shipping potentially, or fold space, that sort of thing. I see a lot of crazies for that. Industrial Charge is also pretty good, if you can get it grafted only, really. Oh, the Imperium row is also very strong as well. In the Shadows, Esmar, Tuet, Cool Intrigue's alright. Clandestine, if you can get that grafted in certain places, is awesome. We've seen that in an earlier game of Lasery Kaz. Really, really strong stuff. Lots going on here. Hold on a second. And then, as far as the techs are concerned, Invasion Ships is pretty good. Spy Satellites is pretty good. Detonation's all pretty good. A little bit pricey, a couple of them, but people will punt for them. As for leaders, Fenderico's taken Beast immediately, which makes sense on the leaders. So, kind of see what's happened. Hundro might get picked to keep away from first position. But then you might want to go for Helena, thinking I can go for some of the cards in the row. So, but goes for Hunjo instead. Just start picking at this point. Might as well. I usually ask them to wait so I can go for everything, but that's not how it goes. Yeah, just pick. So, Helena is possible. Yuna's regarded as okay in first position because the extra money and doing things of it, but still can be a bit tricky. And I suspect we'll see Helena in second for Morsu, trying to pick out a big card. But, I don't know. Could go a laser. It doesn't strike me as a great a laser row is the only thing. Stitch Horror was obviously great, but you don't need to be a laser to make it great. So it does pick Helena, which I think is the right call. Okay then, so here we go. We got spectators, we got all sorts of stuff going on this one here. So, here we are then. So, I will keep an eye on the scoreboard as we go here, but just a reminder, Fenderico wins. He is almost very likely to be in the quarterfinals. Morsu must win to have any chance of making the next round. Valen and Jackie are right on this cusp, and they're going to be at great odds. Wow, interesting. So, Jackie keeps hold of Diversion, which you don't see often. Collar's also not bad, but the idea here of Hunjo is eyeing up getting an early cash-in, using Diversions and with Hardy Warriors and Signet Ring. I think that's the plan. The only problem with this is that you aren't really giving yourself any Stitch Horror chances, but we'll see what happens. Here we go then. So, Victory Point Skirmish to kick off here. Everyone's drawn pretty well, actually. I think no one can be too unhappy with their draws. Helena's got a ring. Everyone's got at least one faction access. Hunter's pulled both any Signet Rings, which is a little unlucky, I guess. So I'm curious to see how this is going to play out here. I feel like Beast might well look to go Steel Suits Research Station if it gets round to them, but I don't know. Actually, Helena just hits Hold Space and calls it a day. No! Helena goes Wealth. Okay. The plot thickens. Hunjo has to go Fold Space, right? But he could go Steel Suits Research Station, and he is going to go Steel Suits Research Station, sacking off the Signet Ring for immediate Stitched Horror. I told you Stitch Horror makes opening rounds go crazy. It's exactly what we see here. So Beast has to go Fold Space now, right? You got your ring. You don't really need to go Hardy Warriors, but Beast is going Hardy Warriors. What is happening here? Yuna's going to get Signet Ring. He's going to get Smuggling and Fold Space immediately. What is this? Wow. I don't know if Beast needed to go Hardy Warriors and you got your ring there. Surely you just hit Fold Space and just move on. I guess if you feel Hunter's to your right, it's not great, but you're going to get around or shipping in somewhere. Valen very happy with the situation. Helena's going well from Entap by the looks of it. No, she's just going to get money here. What does she pull? Surely in the shadows. She gets the coal that was dropped by Hunjo. So Hunjo knows there's no battle intrigues in there. Does go for the in the shadows. So Hunjo's going Research Station to get immediate... Just, wow. Crazy. What an opening round here. Wild stuff. And for the Signet Rings, oh, just sacking off immediately. Oh my god, look at that. 6 Persuasion as well. I think Esmar 2x coming too. Carnage looms. Beast has Signet Ring. The problem now is, what do you do with the Signet Ring? Because you don't even need it for more troops. Does Beast just go Imperial Basin? If you go to Imperial Basin, I might have been tempted to use Experimentation. Goes Arrakis. Finds the other Experimentation. A little bit concerned about the fact there are those intrigues out. He might opt to limp one more troop in. And I wouldn't hate it if he does. You'd be a little bit worried about Hunjo having like Ambush or Tactician or something. He's likely to have at least one dagger, if not more. The fact that Hunjo has no daggers is kind of wild. So I don't hate putting the extra troop in. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. I don't hate that at all. I mean that's totally fine. So, Yuna reveals 4. Gonna punt it and gamble. Oh, it's a bad row for 4. Not what she wanted. Just goes for a liaison. I would like to see Shout-Out Mapes there. Why do people not really rate Shout-Out Mapes? I think that her reveal of being able to deploy retreating troops is deceptively good. People just don't seem to like her very much. Helena with 3. I imagine she just goes Imperial Spy with in the Shadows? Might just go Shadows and call it a day. I don't actually know. In the Shadows, Missionaria is also a nice, interesting option for Helena. She gets access to both. Can't be blocked. I don't hate that for Helena specifically. But for a little while, neither card's doing a lot. That's the only problem here. She goes Liaison as well. Surprised she didn't go Imperial Spy. Hundred with 6 has choice of Treachery or Gurney Halleck. Now, the only issue for Hundred is he's not going to get very much shipping going in this game. He's be reliant on his ring. I think he's going to go Treachery anyways, but I wonder if Gurney might actually have been a better choice for the long game. Gurney round 1, maybe even play it round 2. I think I would have been tempted to go Gurney Halleck because you're going to get repeated use out of it. Treachery's going to go pretty quick. And Beast with 3. What do we see here for Beast? I like Imperial Spy for Beast here. 4th position. It's a way to get hold of some money. You're going to need it. Beast needs to get hold of it pretty soon. Goes to Shout-Out Mates, which is also fine. I think either of those is totally cool. I don't hate it. And combat's going to be resolved as per here. So the spice for Helena. Hunjo gets his water back. Wow, Beast goes Slick Farmer early. Didn't expect that. I don't hate it. He's trying to generate the money as fast as he can is what he's after here. So Hunjo gets the water back. And Beast with the early point. A wild opening round. And that's going to offset a lot of the game here. Round 2 is Sort Through the Chaos. The Mentat Conflict round 2 has a lot more value than I think people reckon. When people are scrambling for Swordmasters, a lot to go for here. Helena's just going to go ahead and smuggle. Hunjo refines his ring, which is huge, and he's got to surely... Hunjo has got to get some combat rewards here. If he can get to the 2 Solari... Oh, but the problem is he's drawn both his daggers, of course. Hunjo has no way of getting hold of Swordmaster next round. So he goes Arrakis. I feel like he's still going to look to put dudes in here, but we'll see what happens. Finds experimentation. Beast, I guess, goes... Steals... Wow. Beast goes still... What? So Yuna in first position gets smuggling, fold space again for instant shipping. What is going on here? How has that been allowed? What? If I'm yellow, I'm fuming here. How does Beast just let Yuna get hold of this? She's going to get first Swordmaster as well. Man. Like, how much of a start could you possibly want in this game? That is absolutely insane that this has happened. I don't get it. I don't get it, kids. I'm mystified how this has happened, but there you go. Helena, I think, is just going to go Wealth here. But she kind of wants to get involved in the conflict. Yeah. Secrets it is. Oh, she finds bribery. I mean, that's nice for later. Hunjo is going to keep his water. I feel like he's got to put in both troops here. I know he's got diversion, but you got to put both troops in here and, you know. You could limp one, but I feel like you've probably got to put them both in. This has been a bizarre start here. I guess Beast just goes Carfag? Like, you'd expect Hunjo to just cash in smuggling first next round? Tech negotiation for Gurney Halleck is also another option here. The problem is that this road could get ripped by some people with 4 just gambling away. That's my only issue with this. How? What is going on here? How does red... That never happens to me when I'm in first position. What's going on? Wild. I'll let you guys decide what the hell's going on here. Absolutely cooked. I still think I would have preferred Helena going wealth instead of secrets. It gets you to 6 cash, and if you can find your way back to wealth somehow next round, like, you can just get your Swordmaster immediately. The only thing you're really looking for... What are you looking for at secrets? It's kind of like a nothing move, really. Or just go in and get some money. I feel like that would have been better. Helena had to get some cash from this conflict. I think that's a bit of a miss. Anyway, space travel taken. Hundro with 3 and a couple of daggers. I think Hundro might bomb the row here. Oh, he just goes... Is he going liaison? At least go Imperial Spy. He does. An appropriate turns up here. I don't think that's going to introduce Beast. Beast with Gurney Halleck round 2 is a frightening proposition. And that's exactly what we see here. So, combat will be resolved. Hundred will have Mentat next round, which will supplant the fact that he doesn't have access to Swordmaster. You know, with Bounty Hunter, I like the move. You know, you got troops garrisons, way to get hold of more money, pay for your ring. It's an absolute gift of a start here for Valen. No doubt about that. And yes, I know someone's probably saying, it's Valen, Shadow. I just say Valen inherently. Plans within plans for yellow. Strong arm found for the Beast, which is a great card for him, by the way. If I'm Beast, I'm targeting Haggar Base and Conspire, assuming it draws out well enough for you to do so. And then what you can even do, oh, he's found it as well, is then I love strong arming Conspire and just turning it into a double bump. You still get a troop. I think it's a great use of that. It's a faction you want to be getting that with. It's a faction you can also look to hit with. He might also just go Fold Space, though. Especially if Hunjo takes Haggar Basin immediately. No, does cash in the smuggling here. As suspected. So. What does Beast want to do? Does Beast Haggar Basin Conspire, or does Beast look to cut off Fold Space shipping for a bit? Not sure. I feel like Haggar Basin Conspire can't be bad, especially with strong arm as well. It's the Mentat conflict. It's the money conflict here. So, you know, you're going to get hold of the money one way or the other. Beast is going to opt for Basin, probably Basin Conspire by the looks of it. Maybe even Basin and double hit Fold Space, depending on what happens. But it's a disaster if you don't get hold of 4 coins, though. That's the only issue here. So that tells me, yep, Conspire's coming. So Unit has to ring Swordmaster, of course. Hunter's got all his Diplo cards out. He almost drew too well here. Still suits for Helena. Looks pretty good. Might be some ringing coming. Full-scale assault's out there as well. I think Helena is going to get hold of Appropriate here and cash it in. She's going to ring it and cash it in. There's some good throwing pods here, but she'll cash in the smuggling bump so she can get hold of Swordmaster next round, is my assessment of the situation. That's what I would expect to see here. Oh, because otherwise she's really struggling to cash in smuggling anytime soon here. Honjo's just going to go ahead and garrison some troops up here. So the problem is with Diversion, he has to get a 4 in 1 action. The problem is he can't really do that. He knows Treachery. I think he is going to just insta-play. I don't know if he's going to play Treachery or not. I would like to actually play Diplo and let Treachery go through for a round. So here comes Haggar Basin, the Conspire. Strong Arm should follow as well. I'm a little surprised in a way Beast didn't limp in his troops, but, you know, it's fine. It has to be. There's no other move. I don't see anything else that makes a lick of sense here. Is he really considering selective breeding? Surely not. I mean, he would get hold of the money anyways. He's just not... I thought I would go conspire so I could at least cash in a beetle. Because you get 5 for conspire, plus 4 for slick farm, which is 14. And then -5 for a beetle bump, but he's not worried about it. He's just going to take the selective breed. I guess the idea was he had Shut Up Mapes coming. Now, surely if you're going to do this, like, do you strong arm this? He's trying to work out here. He's going to keep on a strong arm. I think he's intending maybe for some potential alliance still later on here. It's going to be interesting to see what Beast does, though. Do you just limp in 1? Yuna's going to put in plenty more here. Beast is ready to, like, limp in, but he's not going to be able to make any benefit from this situation. So, it's a nice idea. I think I would have preferred just hitting Conspire and calling it a day, but that's just me. So Yuna barrels in at Carfag. Finds Shadowy Bargain, which is, you know, it's okay. Helena for me's gotta ring out Appropriate. The only question is, how do you want to do this? I think I would just go Carfag. Great flat as well is there, but no one has any water, so you don't need to do that right now. It'd be nice to play the experimentation, but I think ringing Appropriate so you can get hold of it is more important. So for me, it's Carfag. Take out Appropriate, pull the Intrigue, and kind of see how the ground lies. She also might not bother, but she has already got a bump with the Emperor. So Appropriate can definitely get enabled. Private Army Fouts, great card. 2 spice for 5 swords, very nice here. Ghost Throne Room. Okay, then, so I think that's also fine. A second Treachery's out here. My god. Yeah, Hunter is going to save Treachery. I like it. The thing is, as well, this might catch Beast off guard here. And Beast might end up actually limping the troop in. I wonder if Fenderico's going to remember that Treachery's a thing and that he's not played it. It's possible he didn't draw it. So the victor found for 3 spice. Yeah, and Federico has been had here. I totally get doing this. Unfortunately, he's not going to gain anything. And this is bad news for Helena as well. This is terrible news for Helena. Oh, she's gotten greedy. Yuna ships. Helena has no spice. Oh, Helena, maybe she just... Yeah, Appropriate would have been safe. Helena's going to get nothing from this conflict. I bet she didn't expect this to happen, but it is. Beast with a limp in. 2 troops coming for Hundro. Yeah, and Helena's like, uh-oh, this doesn't look good. Does Helena go Twisted Mentat as she's got infiltration? No, decides not to. Takes the throw in politics. Here comes the 2 troops from Hundro. Hundro cannot win the fight, unfortunately. Him and Red will be tied. And yeah, disaster for Green here. Not good for Beast either. Troops sent in for no gain whatsoever. A decent reveal kind of for Boot as well. Could have kept that for access next round. So, a bad result here. Bashar taken for Yuna's. I don't know if I like that, given you've already got Bounty Hunter. That's a lot of just straight circle access in your deck. You have to do something about that. Everyone will pass. No one's got anything. So it's 4 coins for Valen and 4 for yellow, and that is it. Not great for Beast. Terrible news for Helena. She's in trouble here. Helena's got to hope she gets access to smuggling. Yuna might block it, though. Round 4 is Terrible Purpose. 3 points in the conflict here. No, if you had a tied for third, so neither you or blue get anything. Yeah, just making sure, but nope, nothing. It's all here, kids. The tie 2 and tie 4 is down the bottom left, as you can see. So Beast is just going to go and just get Sword Mastery. It's the only way he can do it. He's going to use Experimentation, which he might as well. I expect they'll all bump down here for the Beetle. It's fine. So, Yuna. Does she cut off smuggling to make Helena's life really... Oh my god, Helena can't even go smuggling! Look at this hand! Helena's going mentat, isn't she? She can't play in the shadows, and she's got both daggers, both convincings. I think it's the only move. Is she has to go mentat. Wow. That's pretty insane. You know, the way it's drawn out, maybe it was a good thing she didn't get the cash. In a weird sort of way, because you'd be tempted to go Swordmaster, but then what would you do? Crazy. Saying that, though, like, Yuna would have been very likely to get hold of cashing in at some point. That is so unlucky. You just taking the from and bump. Helena, for me, has to go mentat. It's the only move I can see that makes any sense. You don't have enough spice for spice satellites. High Council doesn't achieve a whole lot here. Oh... In the Shadows played for Arrakis. Feels bad. Ah, but she's gonna use the bribery to get the bump. So she can discard. Alright then, fair enough. That's a good... I didn't see that. Yeah, that's a good workaround. I didn't see that off the top of my head. That's a nice... Oh, and I'll fix this. That was my bad, messing around with that. So, nice workaround there. You gotta discard a card to do that. Discard. There you go. So yeah, that was a good spot. Didn't see it. So Hanjo with the mentat. He's gonna stall here as long as he can for treachery to get value out of it. Beast with a couple of actions. He's got Diplo. He should probably use it. Only question is where. I feel like Fenderico wants a selective breed, but you'd have to, like, trash the Recon out your hand, which doesn't feel too great. So he might use Recon first at, like, Carthag. Or even Siege, maybe. And then look to trash it. No one else can get to selective breeding, so he might as well do it first this way, really. But, of course, the problem is you don't know what you're going to draw into. It's kind of a weird game, this is about Fenderico. Like, he's pretty much... I think he is basically, as I said at the start, he's pretty much guaranteed to go through. And as long as he scores a couple of points here, he's pretty much guaranteed to find himself at least in the second knockout. But winning would give him a shot at the quarters directly. Opts to just selective immediately, so he's going to look for better cards, which is fine. I think you can go either way about it. Yeah, I don't hate this. Trying to pick up a big card. Well, you got choices. You got choices. Interesting. Still holding on to strong arm. Not willing to let that go yet. Looking just to pick up the friendships and then make a jump for the alliance is the plan. So don't hate. Yuna just being allowed infinite shipping this game. Which is pretty absurd. Great conspiracies found here. Can be tricky for Yuna, because the problem is she obviously gets a lot of money, but the money she wants to be using for her ring, rather than going for High Council or buying Dreadnought. So it's a little bit of a tricky one for her. You can definitely do it, but then you have to give up the ring. And Yuna's ring is, you know, pretty good. Just take Spy Satellites. Yep. I mean, that's reasonable. She's just going to jam the Spacing Alliance. I see no reason not to do this. Does she have no... Did you spend the 2 spice to do that? It's not in the tracker here. Oh, you had 2 spice on that. Oh, sorry, I completely miles away. She had 2 spice? I guess she had 2 spice. Wait, then how did you pay for that? I didn't think you had any spice at all. Did you? Yeah. Right. Right, yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I was saying. Did you press that is what I was asking. I didn't see it in the chat. Yeah, please do press it so we can know what's going on. Thanks. I do request that they go through it step by step, otherwise there is confusion. So Helena goes Carfag to dump it in. She's got to fight for this. She finds Dispatch, which is pretty good for her to get away from the fact she's got a really awkward hand. Hunter's just going to go ahead and base it. So it looks like he's going to hold on to Treachery again. Yeah, I was going to say, how's he getting the siege? Not with that card, he ain't getting there. Hunter's obviously going to make the dive here for the Talaxu spice. He's likely to get it, I think. Hunter really wants to win this. He wants to go siege so he can hit Hardy Warriors. That was the intention. He's going to have to wait. Beast goes to siege. I don't feel like the Beast is going to chuck this in here very heavily. I think he's going to limp in... I don't know, it's awkward. You want to limp in 1... But is it really worth limping in 1 when Hundro like has Treachery and stuff and Yuna's still to act here? I think I'd rather just hold it all back. Like, it's that 1 spice. Is it really worth limping a troop to try to pick that up? I don't think it is. I think I would just sit out this and, yeah, find a better spot. I agree. Hardy Warriors for Yuna. So she's going to bomb this in here. Unfortunately, Helena has no action, so this is going to do the job. Helena can't do anything here. Valen is like an absolute dream start here. Valen can make a top 4 finish as long as Fenderico doesn't finish second. As both will be tied at 12 points, and Fenderico has a far superior average points here. So Valen, if wins, has to hope that Blue doesn't come second place in this. Andro just going to hit fold space. Yeah, nothing much to do here. So, Beast with 3 will take the specimen here. Yeah, people are just going to rush it. I don't think no one's going to buy this. I don't think people are going to go twisted much. Wow. Beast finds Call the Market. Now, that is going to encourage a hybrid fashion. Hence, the Liaison gets taken here. Well, not much else to buy. The row is very expensive. So, interesting here for Fenderico. And again, remember, like, if as long as he gets second place in this game, like, he's gonna feel good to make a top 4 finish. In theory, again, if he wins it, there's a chance he makes straight to the quarterfinals, but it's not looking likely. There's the couple of troops for Hundro. So, Beast making the right call, waiting. Treachery's a kind of card, yeah, and again, you notice Fenderico's looking to see how many cards are in the deck there. Yep. Just trying to keep track of when Treachery may or may not be there. Another Liaison for Hundro. So, nothing to be done here. Yuna gets the point in the trash. War and Spice for Helena. Hundro gets the Spice here. But yeah, Yuna is looking very strong. And she's going to be able to just absolutely barrel the Fremen Alliance here. Because the spacing is in no danger whatsoever. Should Beast have gone full space instead of steel suits and stopped this happening? Maybe. Maybe Fenderico went into this thinking, well, if I just make a top 2, it doesn't matter. But it's pretty dangerous thinking. I've been there before. Round 5 is Trade Monopoly. All rewards pretty decent, I'd argue, at this point. For differing reasons, for different people. Goni found for Beast. Oh, but it's a bad conflict for him, though. I wonder if Beast might just look to hit Fremen and strong arm it now and get in front. Knowing that Valen is likely going to try to target the Fremen here. Speaking of, does Yuna just immediately steal suits here? She's got full license to go for this. Spacing Alliance is just so safe. Although Treachery is about, which she's got to be slightly careful of, but I don't know. I think with this hand, like, you want to try to use your ring, and you want to use Fault Space. You don't want to play any other cards, so I think it just hits Fault Space immediately, and that is still exactly what we see here. Yeah, I think this is totally reasonable. So I think Beast is going to feel that they're the only person that can possibly stop, get in front and stop Yuna from taking this alliance. I think we might see Hardy Warrior's strong arm. Smuggling for Helena gets hold of her Swordmaster, which means Hundro is forced to... Hundro's hand's not great, truth be told. He has to obviously get that immediately. Wow, Helena finds Finesse. That's a great card for her. In some danger, though, hand-wise. Beast has to do it. I think Beast has to strong-arm Hardy Warriors right now. Otherwise, Yuna just gets this alliance, and you're just playing for second place, surely. Feel like you've got to get in front. I know it's not the best conflict for you, but you don't have to put a ton of dudes in. You got Gurney anyways. Like, you know, try and win this on the cheap. Cash in smuggling in a round or two. If you don't do this now, when are you going to do this? And you need an alliance for your ring. I feel like this has to be the moment. I know you've got corner, and it's something you're trying to, like, keep hold of. You'd rather have gone Steel Suits to do this. I know. But that option was taken away from you. So here we go. I think this is at least, the thing is, your water neutral minimum. Here is the strong arm. Has to be done. Gotta keep you away from this. Otherwise, it's just a complete ruffle stomp. So Beast can put in all 4 still. Because technically he can lose the troop from the garrison, so he can put in whatever he wants here. I think he's going to limp in a couple. I would only put in 2, personally. Because you know you've got Gurney coming. If you need to put in a ton of troops, you can do it later. Yeah, 2 looks good to me. So Yuna, if she wants to fight for the Fremen's, is going to have to go hard for it. The question is what is she want to do? Does she want to continue fighting Fremen? Or does she look to pivot? The only one that makes sense to pivot is Emperor. But 100 Mauritani's got Treachery, and that's really scary. And he could very easily decide to just Treachery the Emperor. It's a great alliance for him to look to do so, truthfully. So, if you want a second alliance, I think Yuna might have to consider to continue barreling the here. I think she should go Haga Basin first, whatever she does. Gets a couple of coins, picks up the spice, just a good resource move. Give yourself some options with Diplo coming. Picks up the set of shipping now. Interesting. So maybe he's slightly concerned there could be intrigues out there which give Hundro the bump. I feel like Haga Basin's probably, you know... I feel like if he was going to play it, he probably would have already played it by now, so... Opts to just play it safe, though. I don't hate it. Yuna's going to go... is going to get her Swordmaster, of course, and then I'm curious to see what Helena's next move is going to be. I feel like she just goes Fold Space so she can finesse shipping next round, right? Mentat taken for Hundro. Finds the Stitch Horror. Was trying to find it. That makes his hand look a lot prettier. Gurney coming for Beast. I think this is going Arakeen, and he's double drawing. No, he's going to go Siege here, so he's eyeing up Great Flat, and he's going to put Helena in a position. Helena would love to have gone Fold Space, I think. But he's going to have to give that up. Does Gurney want to fight? Does Beast want to fight anymore for this? I think I would put in at least a 3rd troop. Charge a price here. You don't really care too much if you win it, but you've got to charge a price for people here. You've got an action to go. I think 3 is fine. If you win the combat of 3 troops, it's a great result. If you get 2nd place at 3 troops, you know, it's okay price-wise for you. And it means someone had to commit a lot of forces to beat you here. So I don't hate this at all. High Council taken for Yuna. Wow. She's after Treachery. She is after Treachery. She is going for this. She is bombing this alliance and is going to barrel in and try to take this down. Wow. Beast is in for a fight here. Helena has to take the spice. It's 7 spice for 2 water, which is nuts. It also powers Private Army, interestingly. Is there ever a world where Helena considers using Private Army here? I don't know. She'd have to use it with finesse. I would rip out Treachery immediately here as Helena. You've got to keep that away from her, and she does. Good move from Helena. Good sight. She can't get it herself, but it was a good call. I would also want to play Carl on your dagger right now. Like, leaving your intrigues like this is really unnecessary. I think that was a good move there by Helena. Yuna's been denied that, but oh no, but just power play turns up instead. What? That's unlucky. That's very unlucky for Beast here. Does Beast reveal early to get power play? Legitimate question. Does Beast reveal early to get power play and keep it away from Yuna? You feel like that's what she's probably going for, right? Oh, the problem is she could also just take Appropriate, though. Oh, this is a horrible spot for Beastless. What on earth do you do? You take power play, she just buys Appropriate and just bumps in front of you. And it's really hard to get 2 bumps before she gets another one. Really difficult, because none of you... That Diplo is coming. Awful spot for Beastless. Really brutal. And I think this alliance is dead. I feel like this alliance is dead here. And he's just going to get Hager Basin and just take what he can. You know, I don't hate this move at all. What a terrible spot for Beastless. Yuna Moritani is going to get 2 alliances with Spice Satellites. Absolutely wild. Decides to put the 4th troop in. I would like to have kept it out, but I don't hate putting it in. So how does Yuna want to do this? She was going for Treachery. Surely you just go Appropriate now, right? And cash in and get this bump ahead of time. You've got a faction bump coming as well. There's just nothing that there's just nothing the Beast can do here. Yeah, I mean, this is really unlucky for Beast. Oh, she goes up because she figures she's just gonna double bump anyways. She's gonna grab some text while she's at it. Oh, that's so dirty. It's so dirty. Hondro might as well go Wealth here. Yep. I don't know if... he might Conspire once in a blue moon. I feel like he just goes Wealth a lot. He's got an issue here. What does he do intrigue-wise, though? I think I would have considered Conspiring. But it's fine. Doesn't have to trash. It doesn't. Wow. Does not trash. He's that concerned about losing plans here. Beast rips it at 4. Trying to find anything to save this alliance here. It's not great. It's not great at all. Fenderico's in real trouble here. So, if Valen was to win this match, she would finish at 12 points. It would leave Jackie 3 points adrift of Fenderico before anything of this. So, if Valen wins, Jackie's out. It's as simple as that. If Valen wins, Jackie is out of this competition. She will not be able to catch Fenderico. Helena's private armying. She's going to do it. All right. Now, does she finesse here? That I don't know. That I do not know. No, she's just going to take that. I don't hate that. Oh. Interesting. So I think Helena is going to look to, like, hit fold space and try and ambush spacing. But it's never going to work. Like, Yuna goes there all the time if she finds any access. That's the only issue here. Oh my god, Yuna misses! Yuna has not drawn her access! Can you believe that? That is wild! That is absolutely insane. Is there any way Beast can save this? How did she not draw that? It's coming, though. Research station is coming. But Yuna might get blocked at shipping. If Helena hits fold space. Oh, but she's got no shipping access either. What? What is happening this game? She just highlines. It's Garfag. Mayhem this. Mayhem. Yuna's not getting inside the shipping. Can the Beast find the smuggle block? It's so difficult. But I think he saves his alliance if he does. He just has to go there and hope that somehow Yuna didn't pull it. It seems so impossible. It's the only way you save this alliance is you have to go smuggling now or later. The problem is that if you don't smuggle now, someone could take it from you. But it's not going to happen. Beast has to hit Fremen, and Beast has to smuggle. And the alliance is safe. It's the only way it happens. And if this alliance is saved, it's a complete turning point in the match here. Valen was coasting along here in this game. Easy as you like. Please go smuggling. It would be the sickest move. Yes, he does! That is so awesome. And Yuna can only get one bump. Beast has to try and defend this, surely. Please don't sacrifice it. Oh, no! Oh, he's gonna give it up! I think he's gonna give it up! Oh no! He could save it, but he didn't realise that he couldn't! Oh man! He's giving it up because it seems so absurd how Yuna can't take the alliance, but she can't! Oh no! That's so brutal for Blue. I can't even criticise and say this is the wrong move. The odds of Yuna not having shipping access is so unlikely. The problem now for Beast is how does he save this alliance? And the answer is now it is dead. He had to just hope among all hopes that Yuna didn't have access somehow, but she doesn't. Unbelievable. And when he sees the research station move, he's going to realise he could have saved it, and he's going to be kicking himself. Whether it happens now, or whether it happens later, he's going to see research station. Well, he's going to see this move and realise she couldn't double bump. And realise he could have saved it. And he sacked it off. And I don't know when he gets his next alliance. To strong on that alliance and give up on it is brutal. Today looks like it's going to be Valen's day. my god! And now Yuna gives up on it! What is happening? This is wild! Yuna doesn't take it! She thinks it's a bait! Oh my god! How does she not go Fremen? What? What? This is carnage! What is happening here? Yuna, in the midst of all that, goes research station. There's the shipping. Does Hundro go for a tech? I don't know. He is going to go for a tech in the next round of his signet ring. I think he's looking at invasion ships for tier 3 conflict, which is a pretty reasonable move. Man alive. Well, Beast has to go Fremen now, right? It seems insane for Beast not to do Fremen. But I still don't know how you save this. Oh, and he's going to feel if he'd just taken the spacing bump, he would have secured it. What a wild match this has been. Quarterfinal spot on the line here. And it's like they almost bluffed each other out of it. Absolute chaos. But he still wants this point. Oh my god, what is happening? Valen doesn't see it! Oh. Valen, oh my... Oh dear. Valen must see this. I tell you what, if Hundro Moritani could find any way to put pressure on the Spacey Alliance, he can't do it right now is the problem. And he can't really spend any spice if he uses diversion here. I don't know. Every time Hundro has pulled diversion, he's pulled diplomacy with it at the same time. Which is kind of nuts, really. And I suspect he'll do the same again here. If he was going to use it, we'd have known by now. Oh, dear. Great stuff, this. Meanwhile, in the midst of all this, Morsu in real trouble, by the way. Morsu needs 6 persuasion. The problem is, I don't know how you get to 6 persuasion at all. The only way you get to 6 persuasion is by not use you just go tech negotiation in the shadows. A little bit unlucky to draw shadows here, actually. This is a little unfortunate for Helena. Nowhere to get the spice must flow. And throwing politics is, well, I mean, you get the front from throwing politics. I think for me, I just go tech negotiation. Get the spice must flow, get the throne room politics bump, and just move it from there. I don't feel like that's a bad move by any stretch of imagination. That would be the way I would proceed here. Just score. You've got to score the... You feel like you've got to score the point here. The other alternative is you use guild bankers. You've only got 5 to buy. If you had 6, you could get opulence, but it doesn't work like that. Tech negotiation for me. Could also go Arrakis. But I think tech negotiation is the safer move, and that's what I like this move. I think this is a good move from Morsu. We'll not be able to actually unload with this, which is unfortunate. You gotta get the spices flow point here. Yeah, I think it's the correct move. It's not a great situation, so we need to get the camera back straight here. It's not a great spot, but it's the best you can do. 100 Mentats. I don't really know what he was Mentating for, but he did. So BC is going to feel like he's got to put some stuff in. There is concerns of Highline infiltration, but why would he Highline this combat? Surely he just highlighted the next one. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Carfag for the beast. Talaxu puppet is found. I don't know if he's going to get any value out of the High Council part of it, though. Marvin's Quest has joined. Marvin's Quest is also, he is in this group. Unfortunately, Marvin has been eliminated from this competition. But we have got a couple of spectators from the group having a watch of the final game, which is fair. Yeah, Beast feels like he's got to force it in. He's a little bit... I think he has to go too aggressive. That's 14. That's 16. You'd be worried about Helena, though. There's some scary stuff going on. She's got a lot of intrigues. And hasn't been playing many of them. So... I don't hate this. Man, you Carfags. Reinforcements found. I tell you what, that's payable right now. I don't think she's going to get involved in this conflict here. No, no need to. Not with 100 of an action remaining. I don't think you can really ever justify it. You got 5 strength for the Dreadnought, so you feel happy you probably get the loose spice out of this a lot of the time. But yeah, Helena with the bump and spice must flow. That should have been gone ages ago. I think played it the right way. Not an ideal spot for him put in. Bit ugly. But I think it's the right move. Best you could have done there. Helena can always, like, cull in the shadows if things look desperate as well. You got finesse as well. Like, you know, this is not bad for Helena. She's not in a bad spot here. Hundro's just going to go... Ooh, he still suits. Hundro still suits. He's eyeing a research station, I think. It looks like it. Well... Can Beast... And now he sees something in his hands like, what on earth? How did she not draw it? So... Can the Beast find a Fremen bump and save his alliance? 12 cards. Only two of them get to the Fremen. Other than that, it's hope you get lucky at Carfag, right? Or even Chow Murky. So roll the dice. I don't know what the odds are for Beast to draw either of those out of 5. It's probably about a coin flip or so. I mean, if out of the starting 10 cards, to draw only one Diplo, but not the other, is about 50%, and it's about 25% each way other than that. So I'd say Beast's odds of pulling at least one is... probably actually reasonably good. Probably about like 60%. So Treachery limps in again. And that will beat Una for the spice. She won't be too gutted about that. G-Manip taken. But it's a massive draw for Fenderico. If he wants to find his way to the quarterfinals, he has to find Fremen access right now. Or way to get there. He gets the Carfag point. Which is also important here. Both combat victory... Well, 2 out of 3 have gone to him, which is huge. Got the skirmish, got his tier 2. But he's kind of spent here. Here we go. Secret Forces found for Helena. Oh, that's bad. Helena's in trouble here. It's Grand Vision. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my god, look at the Beast's hand. That is about as bad a draw. And he doesn't even have access to block smuggling. What on earth do you do if you're the Beast here? I honestly think... Is the move Chow Murky? You can get a Beetle Bump with Slig Farm, which means there's a couple of intrigues. The Beetle Bumps that will give you a redraw of the intrigue here with Talaxu. If you want to save the Fremen Alliance, it's the only way, is you've got to gamble. And hope you get there. It's a miserable hand, this. It is as bad a draw as you could really ever get here in Beast Shoes. I think that's what I would do. I would honestly just bomb it at Carthag and hope to get there. Get a Dreadnought while you're at it, sure. Yeah, anything face up. Man. So unlucky for Beast here to draw that hand. Really unfortunate. But there are chances and ways to try and dig out of this. There aren't many intrigues that save him. Bribery's been played. Finesse. Are you looking for? He doesn't know that it's out. The faction bump itself. And I think that's it. It's over. The Throne Alliance is... Oh my god. What? What? How? How does this happen? I think Beast can count himself unlucky. I think he can legitimately count himself unlucky here. The odds were in his favour to find the draw. But if he had just found it in himself to commit to sealing the Alliance in the previous round, despite the fact that Una almost certainly was going to take it there and then, it would have been saved. A wild turn of events. And surely now Valen is favourite to win this match. But again, top 4 finish is not guaranteed. If Fenderico can still manage second place, he's still good for the top 4. Just because Valen's average points is so poor compared to Fenderico's. Like 3.5% difference. Detonation taken. War declaration on. Helena up. Helena's hand is not great either. What do you do here? I think you just got to start getting some points here. I suspect we might see just selective breeding. Yeah. And she'll trish out the Spice Must Flow. Which would suggest that she doesn't have Call the Market. Should be noted. These cards are by rate returned to the supply. Just like Liaisons and Fold Spaces. 100 doesn't have access to Highliners. He's research stationing. He's trying to dig for Diplo, but it wasn't coming. And he has to put pressure on Valen. Remember, if Valen wins, Jackie's out. That is just the naked truth of it. She will be eliminated regardless, so she has to try to stop the Una in any way she can here. Her hand is forced. She's also got plans within plans as well. So I suspect what we'll see is Imperial Spy Bump coming that at least gets one plans within plans point ready to rock and roll. Yeah, what a sad hand this has been for Fenderico. Absolutely disgusting. It's really unlucky. Oh, Yuna's not drawn great though either. 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10. It's Spice Must Flow. She gets a bonus action somewhere doing something. I feel like Yuna should just be putting in these two putting in another troop with it. Like, there's no reason not to, right? Yeah, you gotta put in the extra troop. Reinforcements as well. And again, her Space Alliance is under some contention here. It's not a great conflict because of Spy Satellites, admittedly. You could argue if she could find, like, if she wins it and takes the space Bene Gesserit and then just bumps the Emperor somehow, like with her ring, as long as she gets hold of free spies, she can just hard trash by satellites. Oh, I think Hundro forgot about the fact you got 3 people at research station. When it makes a change, normally it's all over here. So it's nice to see it at research station for once. Helena is not spending any of these intrigues, by the way. She's really got to. Finesse coming. I wonder if she's just going to drop down. Ooh, just going to take the hard point. I guess that's fine. I would like to see a cull as well here. Yeah, you've got to do it. You got to do it. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I was expected to go up then. She had not done. Yeah, the research is mandatory, so... And I was expected to go up there. I do know that she did miss it. So, Hundro! She's going to take some spice here. And limp in some more dudes. Thing is, Yuna obviously needs to save this alliance. And she will do. There's nothing Hundro can do here. Hundro has not pulled great at all. It's kind of unlucky here, really, is Hundro. I'd just get rid of Recon at this point. Yeah, get rid of that. It's done its job. Besos has to reveal for the spies. Bear in mind, of course, so call the market is definitely a thing. His issue is that it's hard for him to get more spice, I suppose, than his opponents. Helena's already got 1. Yuna's going to get 1. It's very likely one of those 2 is going to get hold of a Spiceless Flow again before the end of the game. But if Beast can score another 1, it's double points. And I think that's the best Fenderico can do here, is just hold on for second place for dear life and score what he can. And do his best to hold on for a top 4 finish. Judging by the state of the game, it looks like he is going to survive for the next round, but who knows? It has been carnage here. And this is why I love covering these final games of the groups. And I make a point of trying to cover these where possible. Always great entertainment. Yuna just tech negotiates. It's kind of like a pseudo block. Just grabs artillery for more swords as well. Reinforcements will be coming, but... you know, I think she will pour reinforcements into this, although it's not actually going to assist. Like, Hundro can't win this anyways. So he won't be upset at seeing reinforcements go in. And she has to use reinforcements because she has no actual battle intrigue, so... this is forced here. Other issue, Yuna's still got to make sure she gets this Talaxi point, by the way. Helena's going to use the ring. 2, 4, 5. She can't get Spice Must Flow. Just going to go Carfag and just limp the troop in. It's worth 3 spice. Beast is revealed for the spice, of course, so get it in. Boys the Snoopers found. Has to take a card away, by the way, with Helena's Signet Ring. It is mandatory. You cannot choose not to put a card aside, even if there's nothing you want. You have to. So Hundro with a couple of swords. He knows it's not really going to be for naught here. He could cash in specimens and get lucky on an intrigue. I think he has to. Private army. Oh, how does he not spend specimens? What? He's that scared of losing plans within plans. There was an opportunity to save the alliance. Truth be told. So, Yuna basically with a 12 swords reveal there. I suspect Yuna will just use this to protect the Spacing Alliance. But it is getting harder for Yuna to score points. That's the only issue here. She's got obviously 2 in the back pocket. She's going to get detonation. But it's getting harder for her to score. How did Hundro not spend his specimens there? Curious to know what the next intrigue comes out. Keep an eye out for it. Whatever the next intrigue gets pulled, if it's like a private army... I mean, he's miles behind. He couldn't win it, but... you know. Been interesting to see what it was. It was like a double cross, you just use it on the spot and waste it. I have no idea. Helena had her atomic still. She's got 5. Might as well. Ooh, Piter turns up. Very nice. It does go for it. So, nothing to happen here. Valen takes it. I imagine just protects up. When Treachery's still out there. Treachery is still out there, right? Just going to use Ambush. Oh my god, look at this! Helena just uses 8 swords to recycle intrigues. What? What is going on? Absolute carnage. Okay, sure. Counterattack it was, by the way. Yep, just cements the alliance. Right point. But yeah, so that's only Yuna's only issue here. She gets a point here. She gets to 7. She is +2 for 9. But it's getting harder to score intrigues. Talaxi point is coming for 10, one way or the other. But Grand Conspiracy... Well, Grand Conspiracy is also active for 1. But of course, she's got detonation devices. So it's really hard to score the second Grand Conspiracy point because you're getting them from detonation. So that's a big potential issue here for Valen. Round 8 is Arrakis. It is vacant. No extra troops in here. It is Beast first. Hanjo has Highlander access and will feel that he has to absolutely barrel it. But he's got no factions other than that. Needs to find the Emperor point somehow. Has to try and get on that alliance. A lot of value there. Beast with no alliance. Just going to go Mentat and draw here. Beast is interested in obviously trying to look to get hold of the thing here. Just the 1 troop. Finds Gurney, which is the Azast card, which he really wanted. Is Beast going to have it this combat? Beast might feel he has to. He's got Talaxi Puppet and High Council as backup here, so he's reasonably likely to find his way to a Spiceless Flow. Beast has to hybrid it. He probably has to just go for everything at this point now if he wants any chance of winning. Even second place is starting to slip away here. Yuna has not drawn great. And again, this is the problem. How does Yuna score more points? This is the problem. Yeah, this is getting difficult now. Mentat's gone. She's already got High Council. Could go intrigue hunting, but the problem is 2 of the intrigues you've got, like, you can't use and are worth points. So how does Valen continue to score? Does she think she can ever win this conflict? Surely not. She knows that Gurney's in Beast's hands. Figures that Hunter a lot of the time has Highlander access. But also figures with 2 daggers in hand and artillery. She's got 9 strength in hand. The daggers are worth 2. Bashar would be worth 2 plus 2 plus 1. Arrakis it is. Finds faction access. I think you're going to see Yuna try and hard trash Spy Satellites. I very much think that's what you're about to start seeing here. And I think that might be the move. Not easy to do it. But I think Valen is... Yeah, she's feeling there's a little bit of desperation here, perhaps. And she still can't score this Talaxu point. She's got it in the back pocket, but the problem is, I mean, she's not ending the game. Helena with a tough hand as well. Man, what a draw. Guild Bankers. You want the Spice must flow, but you don't have corner. I think I would simply prefer getting rid of, like, the convincing and looking to just hit fold space and just hit wealth. And discard, yeah, discard a convincing for, like, an Emperor bump. I think you've got to go for the Emperor bump here. It's a bit of a gamble. It's not easy to secure this alliance, but I think it's worth a punt. You could just not do really much of anything. But I think you've got to commit here. Morsu, again, has to win this game to have any chance of proceeding, so the time is here to gamble. So I think this is the move. Not ideal, but it is what it is. There are worlds you redraw convincing, by the way. Here's the highliner. Huncho does not wait about, just barrels it in. He is off on a journey. Needs to secure these 2 points. It's a long way behind. He can get diversion off, by the way. And does. Oh, he's found his ring! Oh, that's huge! What a draw. How does he find his ring there? That's pretty sick. Beast is going Carthag, surely. And he's just going to bundle troops in. What does he find? Dispatch an envoy. It's not a bad card for him. He pulls his Spiceless Float. It's not what he was looking for. He was hoping to try and maybe find a world he could get hold of the Spiceless Float. He still can. He'd have to get to selective. It seems really hard to see how you ever get there. So in they go. No one's got any combat intrigues except for Red. Is Red going to win this? But Red can't use counterattack really for anything. Because no one's got any intrigues to use the 4 swords. Bizarre. Unit of 2 actions. Has an issue. What on earth do you do here? You could go, like, Steel Suits. You could go Siege. I think she's just going to go selective breeding here. But what are you, trash? How are you getting there with your liaison? Drop of water. There you go. So it does go here. So Valen is just going to go for it. Figures that she's got 9 swords coming and counterattack and should be good. And you know what? It's possible that she is. Valen's not going to win this conflict, is she? Seems crazy. But I tell you what, she might actually find it. Helena goes wealth. Yep. Only option. I think it's the right call. It's a point. Garrisons. It can't be a bad move. Unfortunately, cannot use Poison Snooper here. 100 Mauritani's in trouble. Has to research station and try and dig himself out of this. Intrigues are coming. Imperial Spy found as well here. Wow, there's a lot going on. Oh, his bowl's empty. Now, his bowl's empty. He could opt to lose 1 specimen. He needs to resolve this situation first. He's got to research. I think what he should actually do is bump down and buy both, and to buy both the specimens here. He doesn't need the money. He's got a research coming. He needs troops in immediately. Oh, but he's got to do research. I gotta tell him about his research. Oh, he's saving the cash. Oh, I think you just get dudes in. Wild. Double cross is found. It's a 4-sword swing against Una. Man. What is going to happen here? Is Hundred just going conspiring here? What's the point? He's got nothing left. What's his next move? I have no idea. He's not got High Council. What a mess. So Beast is going selective. Yeah, might as well at this point. No reason not to. The ring goes. It is history. And Beast absolutely nails the draw. He finds both convincings back to back, which is insane considering he had 6 persuasion before it. Absolutely nails the draw. Huge, huge result. Yuna's just going to go secrets and try and find more battle intrigues. Charisma is found. It doesn't help her. She's going to use it for protection, of course. Helena just goes full space. There's nothing else to do here. Has to draw, of course, because of space travel. And 100 Mauritania has one more action. And at this point, I simply don't know what he does. I guess you just go Chow Murky. And just try and find as many battle intrigues as you can, right? I know you've been protective of plans, but you've got to gamble. Yuna can have all sorts of stuff here. If you don't gamble and she has you beat, it's over. And you're out. The only person that can stop her right now is you. It sucks. But I think it's Chow Murky for me, and just hope you get there. Oh. Oh. It's not the right move. Oh, and the double cross comes now, and she can't put a troop in. Oh, no. But then you sack off that, and you can't get it back. Oh, Handro Moritani has made a meal of this. Oh my god, are they about to tie? No. No. No! They're about to tie! You don't get the card if you trash it like this, no. No. You have to trash it via the agent action. That's what she was asking, which is fair. Hundra is at 20 plus 1, right? Yuna's 2 daggers are worth 2. Get to the 16. Bashar is worth 2 plus 1 plus 2. They're going to tie at 21. And she can't use counterattack. What? I can't believe this. What is going on in this game? Oh my god. And Beast has technically got an action. You might as well. Oh my god. So there's an option to trash Talaxu Puppet for the extra draw to keep the 9 persuasion. But there's a dagger floating in there, I think. Did you trash them both? Oh, she did trash them both. Okay, so it's not so bad. So you're going to get something back. Oh my god. So Puppet's going to go. And 100 Beast is going to try to see if they can get lucky with something. Holy crumbs. Technically, it's a real gamble in theory. Economic positioning. There's no money. Liaison means that's obviously pretty safe. Beast can't commit here. I think Beast has to just leave as it is and retreat with Shadow Mapes. I think we're going 9 rounds. We are going 9 rounds. If Alejandro Moritani had just double-crossed the way around, he at least would have taken the victory, but now he ties. Oh, no. And Yuna knows it because she flashed Imperial Spy. Yuna knows she can't win this. Unless someone plays a battle intrigue. Nah, it's +9. She got artillery. So the daggers are worth 2 each, and then Bashar's worth 2 + 2 + 1. So it's 9 total. Crazy moment. If Beast economic positions, the game is over. Because it enables counterattack. If he doesn't, we go in 9th round. If Beast economic positions, quarterfinal spot, top 4 spot is gone. 106. Jessica's there, but it's out of price range. Lisanne for a spice? Might find shifting, though. Reed goes for it. So here we go. If Beast plays economic positioning, Valen wins. Surely he just retreats and holds in the 4. Absolutely crazy that Beast could give Valen the win here in this fashion. It's only, yeah. I was about to say he's got to put more 1, so he's at 9. I'm hoping the intrigues that Helena's got means he just holds off here. He's got a 2nd point with corner. He's actually got both points currently with corner. He's got +2 with that. Oh, man. He cannot play economic. He's got to hold on to that for the cash, right? I don't know how he finds the money. If this ends in this fashion, it's astonishing if this is how this ends. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Pass. Pass. Oh, he passes. Oh my god, we're going 9 rounds. We're still going. What is this game? This is absolutely amazing. Beast needs to get to Conspire. We're going 9 rounds. Yuna finds Choem shares. What? Study Melange for 100 is a point. And Tactician is found for Beast here. For the first time that I've covered in this tournament. Round 9. It's the Imperial Beast and it's also vacant. The spice is relevant for tiebreakers. Okay, here we go then. What is going to happen here? Yuna's got to appropriate. But she needs the money for Choem shares. What on earth do you do with this hand? If she could find a Bene Gesserit bump somehow, she could hard trash my satellites for a point. Man, this has been an amazing match. Valen must win to have any chance of a top 4's finish. And would need Beast to not be second. Morsu must win to have any chance of proceeding to the next round. Fenderico, almost certain of a top 6 finish. Unless crazy results happen. Namely, if Valen wins... Oh, no, it'd have to be Jackie would have to win and Valen would have to come second. But even then, it's highly unlikely. Fenderico's pretty much safe, but he needs to win to get through to the quarterfinals directly. And Jackie needs Valen not to win. I think Jackie's race is run, truth be told. It's kind of sad. But this has been a wild, wild game. I think she just interstellar ships. I don't really know if Yuna thinks she's got anything. She has to surely go up and down here. Means, obviously, Shadowy Bargain's now doing nothing. She's just taking the cash to get the hard Chowan point here. Yeah, just takes the point. So this will be the last round. Yuna's sitting on 12. She's got a point from Grand Conspiracy as well. And I don't see how anyone's gonna... Well, problem is Beast has got 2 endgame points. And he's accruing money. And he has Slig Farmer. If Beast can somehow win this conflict, he could still win the game. He's got 2 endgame points. Is there any way he can get hold of... He needs to hit the spacing for a friendship. He's got nothing with the Emperor. He's no faction access. He's got grafting though. He's got he's got industrial espionage along with Slig Farmer. So he's gonna get the graft there. He's gonna draw a load of cards. Maybe he's hoping for... He's gotta get Spice Must Flow. 8, 9, 10. Economic would get him to 11. A friendship would get him to 12. A Beast is not out of this by any stretch of imagination. Morsu, I think, is just going to start scrambling for points. Oh, she goes well. She goes well for the defense because of treachery. Mentat taken. Where does Beast go? What on earth does Beast do here? Really hoping to get to Mentat, but can't. Nothing you can do about it. What do? Do you go Dreadnoughting? Do you Dreadnought and Chow Murky? Chow Murky could be important. You probably lose to a lot of tiebreakers to Yuna if you win this conflict. Chow Murky is a way around it. Intrigues are always good. Maybe you can find something to get you out of jail here. Maybe you can find some faction bumps. Bene Gesserit bumps in Intrigue. You know, maybe you find Water of Life or something you can make use out of. I don't know. Glimpse the Path is good for you. Emperor Bump's not the worst thing for you. Blackmail's awesome for you. It's +5 swords. But then Secret Stealing is a problem. And Hundro, if he's got Treachery, he's going to want to be hitting that a lot of the time. But it's time to gamble. And what happens is what happens. I don't see what else you can do here. You have to use espionage with Slig Farmer eventually. He's trying to think, is there a better beginning move? He goes to Arrakis. He's going to try and dig his way out of trouble here. Try and find something better to pair with Slig Farmer. Shut Up Mapes is found. But it's getting harder to buy Spice Plus Flows. The problem is when you do that. Yuna's up. Can Yuna find any single point? Is there any way to get hold of the secrets, the Bene Gesserit point? The problem is, any intrigues you get, you're at risk of stealing. Shadowy Bargain you can just throw away, I suppose. Just reveals for the Spice Must Flow, and it's going to hope that with that and the 2 endgame points, they're good. You know what? I don't hate that. I think that's probably a reasonable move here. Figures, I've got Spy Satellites. I've got Grand Conspiracy. I should be good here. Protects your spice as well. I don't hate it. I think finding Showham shares at that late junction was pretty crazy. But what you gonna do? So Jackie is out. Morsu is out as well. I don't see how Morsu makes up the distance. If Beast can win this conflict and get a Spice Must Flow and find another point from somewhere, there is a chance he can still win this and get through. But it looks really hard to see how he's going to do that. What a spot. What does Helena do here? Full space is just a point. But you could go there with Guild Chief Admin. High Council can't be a bad move. 7 Persuasion. I mean, you feel like High Council's a point and False Space is a point. You can get to 9. But I don't think there's anything else to do here. Hope you draw a good card off Fold Space. Get the Spiceless Flow. You get to 10. I think it's all you can do here. Morsu's race is run. It's been a crazy match, this. But I don't see anything beyond 10 points. Spiceless Flow, Fold Space. So that's 9. Yeah, I don't see anything else. You can score 2 points, that's about it. In theory, I guess you could go Smuggling instead. And then let Guild Chief Admin get the False Space bump for you. That lets you get some troops in. So you can get some extra spice. Yeah, I think that's the only move I see is... in that Fairy, then, I guess I would just go, like, Imperial Basin or something. And then False Space High Council. She'll False Space High Council first. In case you get a crazy draw. Signet Ring's not bad. Signet Ring's actually pretty good. She can now actually Signet Ring Jessica and get the bump that way. That's pretty cool. And here comes Hundro. Oh, man, here comes Hundro. But he probably didn't have a lot of battle intrigues because he would have spent them sooner. So who knows what's going to happen here. Beast can still win this. It's really difficult to get everything. What's he at? 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 persuasion. He can get an intrigue minimum. I think it's time just to go. You just got to go Chow Murky now. I do not see any other move. I probably would have gone with it. I would have done it with a Dreadnought, I'm not going to lie. I would like to have seen go Dreadnought, but, you know. If you're going Chow Murky, you don't need the spice. So, I would have gone Dreadnought, personally, but here we go. Anything lucky. Calculate higher. No good. Sleep Must Awaken. Oh. Wow. Okay, Spice is protected. Sleep Must Awaken is a point. Beast is still in this. He has to bump down. And then take... of course, if he Dreadnoughts, he can't pay for Slig Farmer. My apologies. Yeah, bump down. Slig Farmer get another intrigue. He's thinking about bumping up for Sleep Must Awaken, but Spiceless Flow's in hand. It will take care of that. He wants to get Sleep Must Awaken off now. He's scared of secret stealing. And that is a problem. That is a real problem. The problem is Beast is going to lose something. He cannot protect his hand. He can't use Calculated Higher because there's no Mentat. He can use Sleeper. Oh, he gets the +1. No, he could have Dreadnoughted. Okay. You got Chow Murky. Throw those resources, man. And try and convert them into something. You might as well. What are you losing at this point? He's trying to work out, do I go up for the spice right now to cash in Sleeper? That is the question. Right now, for Secret Steal, he's got 2 out of 5 of losing points. If he plays Sleeper now, it's 1 out of 4. And Hundro is going Secrets. If he's got Treachery, he's going Secrets for a point. But if you bump down, you can get a bonus intrigue. And if you find a Beetle intrigue, there's not been any played, that's a hard point. But opts to take the spice. I feel like that's the safer option. Oh my god, how do you not spend it? Thank you. That's the way you did it, right? So, Beast is now at 8 points. Corner is only worth 1 right now. I don't see how Beast can get Spiceless Flow, though. So now he has to win the conflict. But how? How does Beast win this fight? You know Highline's coming from Hundro, and you know Treachery's coming, so you've got to get 15 strength. You got 6. A city and the troop in is 10. Tactician is 13. Shout-out Mapes is 14. So assuming he has no other daggers, and assuming he has no battle intrigues, you're tied. So it's Carfag and hope you get there. It is Carfag and hope you get there. Man. It's like, it's so outside chance. The problem is, he wins the conflict, he's at 10. He's still not got spacing help. Corner's only worth 1. He can't double score. Windfall is also good for a point, by the way, which is insane. Windfall would be an endgame point. But now that second spice has been bought by Yuna, I don't think Yuna ever trashed her other spice must flow. I think it's still in here. It is. So there's no value for Corner. Only gets 1 point out of it. A devastating blow. Morsu trying to do whatever they can here. I think the only move is Imperial Basin and get hold of Jessica. Buy Jessica for the bump. Because it doesn't matter if you get the bump or the spice at the moment. 3, 4, 6, 7, 9. I guess you could actually fold space for the bump and spice must flow for the bump, and that's still 9. Yeah, I guess so. But you're not getting past 9 here is the sad part. And you can't get any of the spice from conflict, so... Morsu just left too much to do at this point. Just left too much to do. It's unfortunate. It's the way it goes. Going through all the options, but there's just nothing there. Wants to get some troops in. Carfag it is. Trying to hope to find anything. Feels they have to try to do something to win the combat. They got nothing else to do, and they're probably right. So Honjo just goes secrets. And could absolutely rip the heart out of Beast Raban here. If Corner Market goes, it's all over. Highlander first. Secrets after. At the moment, they tie. It would be back-to-back ties in combat for Yellow in Tier 3s. Which would be insane. The first one was needless. This one might be unavoidable. And that's it. There's nothing the Beast can do here. It's all over. 2, 4, 6. There's nothing else. The only move now is... there is no move. It's just over. I don't see what else you could possibly do now. All you can do is just go Siege and hope you win. But you're gonna tie. And the crazy part is Beast isn't even gonna get second place here. I think Morsu is actually gonna pip them here. And if Fenderico doesn't finish second, it comes down to tiebreakers between him and Captain West. Both would be on 11 points of a win. It would come down to tiebreakers on average points. I think Fenderico would be favoured. West might find himself slipping down all the way to 6th with 11 points, which is wild. He smuggles. He's trying to hope to somehow find something. But it's not enough. It gets him his... Oh, he gets his economic point. I didn't see that. So he gives up the combat. He realizes it's over. So at the moment, he's going to finish on 10. Jessica being ripped out sucks. But what are you going to do? He was hoping to maybe find a way to get there once in the blue moon, but he hasn't found it. So here we go. Secrets with treachery. Coin flip, Beast loses. Wow. Secret stealing has gone out of fashion. I guess he's got 8. He's actually got 8 persuasion, actually. So Beast breathes a sigh of relief here that he didn't go secrets. Very glad. Just the one. I think the other one got ripped out by, I think. He's just been revealing it loads. Yeah, the other one got ripped, in a Atomics. Huh. Yeah. I think he diploed it. I don't honestly recall. Feels like a lot has happened since then. This is important for tiebreakers. He's entitled to ask the question. So just a bit of questions there. People, Blue just asked to make sure that Yellow hadn't actually ever used treachery. There's a bit of confusion of whether they had or not. They're pretty sure they hadn't. I was pretty sure they hadn't, but reviewed the footage. Everything is good. So, all right, we were with Yellow with your reveal turn. I'm pretty sure where we're at to. Yep, that's where we got to. It's one of the benefits of when you've got someone covering the game is you can go back and review the footage. And you know, being that this is the final game of group, I would like to think if treachery ever got played. Oh, that's fair, yeah, because you just went treachery. Yeah, that's it. Sorry. Yeah, it's Blue's reveal. So, yeah, it's been drama here. So, Yellow found the sword, by the way. Yellow has found the sword. But obviously, Blue didn't commit any further troops, so... By the looks of it, this is over. Blue should just take the spies. It doesn't really matter what Blue buys here, to be fair, because they got Chalmurky, so... Is Fenderico going to be last here? Oh my god, Fenderico... I don't know what's going on. There's so many points becoming here. I'm just going to let this play out at this point. Valen's won. That's for sure. I don't think Fenderico's got second place, but there's some endgame points here to be resolved. So who knows here? So green will pass. Blue will pass. Yellow can deny some spice. With Tactician. Which they'll do. It doesn't help them at all, because they got Chalmurky. Chalmurky might get them through second place. Second place is the only hope for top 4 finish. And that's it. Alright, everyone make sure you take everything from this. Because this could be close. There's a lot to resolve here, so take your spice, please. Please take your spice, Blue. Okay, so... Blue finishes on 10. Free spice, Blue. Helena finishes on 8. Hondro Muratani finishes also on 10. But loses to Chalmurky. A chaotic, incredible match, this. 9 rounds of mayhem. Both points look good. So that is it. So Valen is going to finish at 12. But so is Fenderico. And all of them have both have got 12 points and a win here. So it's going to come down to tie breaks, which I'll have to work out here. Morsu is out. Esjaki is out. What a game. So here is a look at the standings after that match. And Fenderico barely hangs on for 4th spot. Valen almost made up the difference, but proving to be just fractionally too much and misses out on 4th place by less than half a percentage point. Perhaps a little bit unlucky there, but they did all they could. Fenderico just about hanging on by tooth and nail to 2nd place, which keeps him in the top 4. Jackie, of course, needed to make sure that Valen did not win. Unfortunately, it's not the case. And you know what? Morsu, although unfortunately only gets the 1 point for us in all the matches, Morsu actually, I think, has not played that badly. Maybe a bit unlucky. Scored 8 points in all matches played. And I actually think made some actually pretty good moves in this one. There was a couple of astute little snipes and moves. Getting out on early with the bribery for... in the shadows was a good move. I think Morsu was a little bit unlucky. Got put in a couple of awkward spots, and it was difficult to get out of it. I think, to be fair, Morsu played pretty solid and deserved more out of this game than realistically that they got. But that is it. So Valen and West will find themselves in the first knockout round in a few weeks. Fenderico gets himself a bye. Just. But yeah, what a game. A lot of drama, a lot of carnage. The Fremen Alliance and Fenderico is like amazing to think back about that. He could have saved it, but he didn't bother saving it because he just assumed that Yuna was going to take it. And then Yuna didn't immediately go for the Alliance because she assumed that Beast had a way of protecting it and had like the bump or something and was just trying to bait her in, so didn't bother. Absolute madness. As it was, Valen got like just an absolute unbelievable crazy start. Got given everything. Position 1, first Swordmaster, shipping round 2. Absolutely crazy. I guess the question is, round 2, should Fenderico just block fold space and not let Valen get immediate shipping? I think that's the question. And I think the answer to that is probably yes. It was not an easy ask for Fenderico to win it well enough to get hold of a top 4 finish, to get a top 2 finish, but the chance was definitely there and could well have managed it, truth be told. But opted to maybe just worry about his own game and just try and finish focusing on top 2 and hope his average points held out for Valen, which it only did just about. And I guess Fenderico will feel happy to at least got one bye in the knockouts. But yeah, huge moment there. Gifting Valen such a juicy opportunity. And they will find their way through to the next round. But yeah, a great game. I cannot remember the last match that I covered for Dune Imperium XM that went 9 rounds. It has been sometimes. Definitely the first I've commentated in this competition. I can only think of, I think there was like one game that I covered in the GPI that went 9 rounds, and I covered like about 50 matches. You know, that's how unusual it is to go there. 2 round 9 ties as well. Oh, yellow. Oh, what were you doing with double cross? You just reveal and double cross, you win the combat. And then I think you get, and then you get 2nd place, you tied on 10. And you get the 2nd place. And suddenly, Valen's through to the 2nd round, and Fenderico has to fight it out, but what are you going to do? I think Jackie as well will feel a bit hard done by as well. Like, had to hope that Valen didn't win, basically, and got gifted an absolute dream start. I'd feel pretty bad about that too. I think they played pretty decently. Maybe a little bit unlucky, but yeah, it was a wild match. A lot of interesting decisions. And the repercussions definitely followed very swiftly afterwards. But good times regardless. That is going to do it for this one. Obviously, it's been a long video. So what happens, you got 9 rounds and like rules questions and issues and such. It's been that kind of day. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Take care of yourselves. And we will see you all in the next conflict for more final game group action. You telling me you don't want to see more of these? Right. See you then.